All right, let's talk about making a real change. Forget those 21-day challenges or the 90-day plans for a minute. Today, we're not talking about some long, drawn-out overhaul. We're diving into a really powerful 24-hour system. It's designed to completely recalibrate your mind, your energy, and honestly, the whole direction of your life.
You know how most of these plans ask for weeks of your time and commitment? Well, this is different. This system asks for something that's actually way harder, but just for a single day. And that thing is radical, brutal honesty with yourself. So this isn't for you if you just want to feel good for a little bit. It's for those of you who are genuinely ready to face the truth, even if it's just for 24 hours. And that brings us to the core idea of this whole thing. That feeling of being stuck, it usually isn't about being weak or not having enough willpower. The thinking here is that it's all about the convenient little lies we tell ourselves, The stories that keep us comfortable but totally stagnant. This 24-hour reset is built to shatter that exact pattern.
So, where do we even begin? Well, the first step sounds so simple, but for a lot of us, it's actually the hardest part. You're going to choose one day, just one, and you're going to intentionally unplug from that constant fire hose of noise that's drowning out your own thoughts.
Okay, so the rules for this day are simple, but you gotta stick to them. They're non-negotiable. Pick your day, then put the phone away. And I mean really away. No scrolling, no TV shows, no podcasts. It's just you and your mind. No distractions, no escape routes.
And I gotta warn you, this is going to feel uncomfortable. That impulse to just grab your phone, check one little thing, just to fill the silence, it can feel massive. So why is something so simple, like just being disconnected, so incredibly difficult?
That exact moment when you feel that desperate urge to check your phone, that's it. That's the most important moment of the whole day. It's a signal. It means the outside noise has finally stopped, so all the internal noise you've been so good at avoiding, all the anxieties, the unanswered questions, that quiet feeling that something's not right, it's finally coming to the surface.
Okay, so once you shut off the noise, the real work can actually start. This next part is a two-step process for confronting all that stuff we've been avoiding. And we're going to use two very simple tools, a mirror and a notebook.
First up is the mirror ritual. All you do is stand in front of a mirror. That's it. No music playing in the background, no repeating positive affirmations. The goal here isn't to pump yourself up. It's just to be present with the person looking back at you, with no judgment.
And as you're just standing there, you're going to ask yourself this one powerful question. You don't even have to say the answer out loud. What's really crucial here is the feeling that the question brings up inside you. Pay really close attention to that feeling. It might feel a little awkward. It might even feel kind of heavy. But that feeling, that's your guide. It's a direct signal, and it's pointing to the exact spots in your life where there's a disconnect, where the person you're pretending to be is fighting with the person you really are. It shows you exactly where you're compromising.
All right, now for the second part of this. You're going to pick up a notebook and a pen, and you're just going to write down the one thing, the habit, the decision, the conversation, the one thing that deep down, you've been actively running from.
Look, the point of this is not to magically solve the problem right then and there. It's all about acceptance. The second you write it down, you've dragged it out of the shadows of your mind and into the light. You're finally acknowledging it exists, and that single act, that is the real starting line for any meaningful change.
So after facing that initial truth, it's time to build on that momentum. This next step is a super structured, practical hour that's all about reconnecting with yourself. It's called the 60-minute power hour.
It's broken into 3 simple parts. The first 20 minutes are for your body. This isn't about some killer workout. It's just about movement. Go for a walk, do some stretching, a few push-ups. Then the next 20 minutes are for your mind. Grab that notebook again and just do a brain dump. Write down every single thought, fear, and frustration to get it out of your head. And finally, the last 20 minutes are for stillness. You just sit in complete silence.
And it's in those last 20 minutes of silence that this key insight usually hits you like a ton of bricks. You realize the issue isn't that you're too busy, it's that you're too disconnected from yourself. And in that stillness, a real sense of clarity finally starts to come back.
Okay, we've made it to the final step of the 24-hour reset. This is where the entire day really comes together, and it reveals the ultimate goal of this whole process.
So at the end of your reset day, maybe around 9 p.m., you're going to go back to that mirror for one last reflection. But this time, there are no questions to ask. This is just a moment of pure acknowledgement.
And this is the powerful statement you make to yourself. It's a recognition that for one day, you didn't run away. You didn't distract yourself. The goal was never perfection. It was just to be authentic. And the source material makes this incredible point. Most people go their entire lives without living a single real day.
Now, we have to be realistic here. This one day is not a magic wand. It's not going to instantly solve every single problem or fix your entire life overnight. That's not what this is about. But what this one day can do is actually way more powerful. It can introduce you to the real version of you, the one who's been buried under all the noise and all the expectations. And once you've met that person, finding the right direction for yourself becomes infinitely clearer.
And so, this whole thing really leaves you with one direct and powerful question. The entire system is laid out for you. Now it's all about action. The only thing left for you to decide is, which day will you choose for your real day?